Alright, so I'm just going to talk about adding a stroke to your standard brush so we can start poly painting a basic color spray onto your mesh. So this is just a good way to start. Let's pick like a kind of a light color. Let's make sure RGB is turned on and Z-add is turned off because we don't want to sculpt on this surface. We only want to color. So let's just on color spray. Let's see here. Let's just color right on the surface there and see what it does. So we zoom in a little bit here, you can see it's adding different colors based on that red that we picked. So you're getting just variation of color. Now if you want to change the size of your brush, you're just going to make it with your brackets up and down or your draw size as normal. So if you wanted a nice small brush, you're going to get smaller dots. If you wanted to follow like a certain area. And if you want a really large brush and you want to color in a lot all at once, you're going to get bigger dots and it's going to cover more area. So those are the basic controls for the brush there. I'm going to quick just do a fill of white to go over what we just did. And then I'm going to come back to like this light red color. We're going to keep it on color spray. And I'm just going to show you a couple of these sliders here. Number one, the color. If we up the color, we're going to get a lot more colors and much more saturation. So this is how you can make a rainbow creature, which you probably aren't going to be doing, but depending on what you're working on, it might be good to know about that option. So let's just do a quick another fill to fill over that. And let's go back to this light red. And let's bring the color back down to something more manageable, something more normal, like in the middle. I normally leave my slider kind of in the middle there. I'm just going to undo that. And let's just change the placement. So if the placement's large, you can see the dots are like real spread out, nice and soft and evenly spread. And if we change the placement low, we're getting like a very different spray. The dots are almost on top of each other, right on top of each other. So you're just getting like bits of the ends of the circles of the dots showing through. It's a cool look too. So maybe if you kind of wanted more of like a stripy look or something, like let's up our color and do that again so you can really see. It kind of might be able to give you some kind of a stripy look on some kind of a character, like I don't know, maybe if your character was kind of colored like a zebra or something. You could use a method like this to try to get a good base going. Typically though, I'm going to leave that kind of in the middle so that we're having that nice even spray. The scale, the flow, and the mouse average, they just kind of change, from what I can tell, they just kind of change the overall look of the flow. Kind of randomize it in different ways. So if you're looking for a different result, you can just play with those three sliders. The other thing to talk about is spray. So let's just do another color fill to undo that work, and then let's pick that nice little red color again, and now that we're on spray, let's just color. So the big difference between spray and color spray is that now the only thing that we're getting is highs and lows of the red. We're not getting any other color. So color spray has multiple colors being sprayed around based around the one color you choose, and spray only has one color but highs and low values of it. So let's turn up color and see what happens. Well, then we're just going to get the more extreme highs and lows. So we're getting some whites, we're getting some real darks. So if you wanted more variation in the extreme, then you would turn that color up for your spray. Obviously, that's probably going to be another one of those things where you kind of keep it turned down so it's a little more subtle. And Again, they all do the same thing. Just so now, yeah, I mean, imagine if you were just had black selected or something, you know, or gray even. Yeah, you're gonna get like kind of like a stripy look coming through. Let's turn our color up all the way. You're kind of getting some stripes, so it can be neat. Yeah, look at that. Now you're getting like some real kind of stripy looks. So it's just what you're looking to color and playing with these combinations. Um, so in the next video, now that we understand the basic principle of adding a stroke and using the standard brush to add like a color fill, we're just going to start adding an alpha, and we're going to look at our reference and we're going to paint a actual base color that we want to use moving forward on our character. So I'll see you in the next video.